What's going on, guys? This is FastCutting1 and welcome to another weapon review for Battlefield Hardline. This time I am taking a look at the P90, which is the last weapon you're able to purchase for the mechanic class in the criminal faction with a price tag of $30,000. Now there's a lot to be said about the P90, which is very unique in its own right since it has some really good characteristics that stand out from the other set of PDWs, but there are also some negatives as well that kind of hurt its performance in certain situations. But before I go on talking about the P90, let's first check out its stats to give us a better picture of how the P90 performs. So as you can see, the P90 is doing a maximum damage of 25, a minimum damage of 12 with its drop off starting at 20 meters and then ending at 40 meters. Its rate of fire is a really high 900 rounds per minute, and that comes with a really good muzzle velocity of 460 meters per second. Its magazine size is 51 rounds, and that comes with decent reload times of 3 seconds when fully empty and 2.5 seconds with one bullet left in the chamber. As for the recoil patterns on the P90, they are fairly moderate. Now, there's no other place in which I've found the P90 to be very good and effective other than close quarters. I mean, the fact that the P90 has a very high rate of fire just gives this weapon the capabilities to destroy anyone at close ranges, and that was pretty much the case with every gunfight I was in. For the most part, I found myself winning every gunfight whenever I came face to face with an enemy, even though this technically is not the fastest weapon in the mechanic class and does a little less damage than most PDWs, but still it did a really great job at being a fast killing machine as long as you stay within a minimal distance from the enemy. On top of that, you have the largest magazine of all PDWs, which makes for a lethal combination. At most, I was able to take down 2 or 3 targets before ever having to reload, so when coming across several enemies, taking them down was not an issue. Another great aspect of the P90 would be its hipfire. Throughout the entire time I was using the P90, about half of it was spent in me just hip firing at my enemies. From time to time, I also used the laser sight, which further improved my hip fire accuracy, making the P90 a complete laser beam. Now, just like any other weapon, the P90 also has some drawbacks to it. For once, it is not a very versatile weapon. Sure, it does perform really well in close quarters, but that is about it. Once your targets are around those medium distances, it just becomes a whole lot more challenging to take them down. Due to its lower damage, I sometimes found myself needing up to the entire 51 round magazine just to take down a single target, so I definitely do not recommend to use the P90 at medium ranges. Its horizontal recoil is also another thing hindering the performance of this weapon. Since it is not pulling from any particular direction, it just causes the weapon to bounce around, which can really throw off your aim when aiming down sights and going for a moving target. Of course, this can always be fixed with any type of compensator, but then again, it will just reduce the overall accuracy of the weapon. The last downside to this weapon would be as to how easily you run out of ammo. Seriously, it only takes for you to fire a couple times, and then before you know it, you'll be running completely empty, making your secondary play a really big role, so make sure to run with a powerful handgun when using the P90. As for a loadout, I recommend to run the P90 with any red dot sight, laser sight, and the heavy barrel. Now, like I mentioned previously, this weapon does have horizontal recoil, but I still prefer the heavy barrel since it makes the P90 a bit more accurate. Overall, the P90 is a really good weapon for close ranges only, but if you're looking for a more versatile weapon, something like the MPX is the way to go. But yeah, guys, this pretty much wraps up this weapon review. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating for the video, as it always helps out the video and the channel a lot. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe for weekly Battlefield videos, and don't forget to tell me your thoughts in the comment section below about the P90. As always, this is FastCutting1, and see you in the next video.